Hello, Terra Nova LSM and hello, world. I'm your host, Dalva, and for August, and we're already into August if you can believe that. So, August 1st, August 2nd, and August 3rd, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are going to be drawing cards from the Mystical Wisdom card deck. Okay, this is Gay Guthrie, and did the interpretation of the cards, and the artwork is by Josephine Wall. So, that's Gay Guthrie and Josephine Wall. So, let's see what the universe has to say to us with this Mystical Wisdom deck. So the sun has moved into Leo, so we've had a shift in energy, and there's a huge focus now on creativity, things that bring you pleasure, hobbies, children, your inner child, to a lesser extent gambling. Okay, we just in America had that big $1 billion I think it was Mega Millions tickets. Okay, so that kind of created this stir. Creative pursuits, writing, painting, drawing, reading, writing poetry, all the things that bring us personal pleasure. Okay, so our focus is on that energy now. Okay, so let's go ahead before we get started and take a nice deep cleansing breath in. Let it go and let it flow. We have used this deck before, so I'll go ahead and show you the back. And again, just Josephine Wall's artwork here. We have all kinds of lovely pictures. If you're fond of fantasy art. Let's see what our messages are for the Leo season in the beginning of August. As I was just saying. Okay, so our first card is Dolphin. I'll hold this up so y'all can see that gorgeous artwork. Fingers are in the way. There you go. So we can see that. And it says, don't worry, be happy. Okay, so what I commonly most associate with dolphins is playfulness. That you see them, you know, they live in these social groups. They're very playful. They're very curious. They're family oriented. Okay. That's Leo energy right there. Play. What brings us pleasure? It's also children. So the family, kind of, not family in the way of Cancer, which is more mothering and nurturing, but family as in the child component of that. Create children, right? But that sort of innocent playfulness, you know, that curiosity, going out into the world and just being so open. We get closed off, right? And there's good reason for that, but you know, children, they don't have any boundary there. There's no defense mechanisms. It's just this sort of honest taking it all in. And I think we're being asked to do that, at least in as much as that we possibly can. Energy's been heavy. We have to make the time. We have to embrace the energy to play, to relax, to create, to go buy you a Powerball ticket, whatever it is, just to sort of, I don't want to use the word frivolous, frivolity, which again is related to frivolous, but like not in a wasteful way, in a I'm treating myself sort of way, okay? Sort of embracing that and enjoying yourself. Which brings us to our second card, and children. It's just saying, it says, know that your children are protected. Okay, so a lot of our worries may be around our children. Are they safe? There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a natural worry. This is a very clear message. Yes, they are. They're protected. They're safe. They're okay. And this goes for your inner child too. There's so many of us that have that kid inside of us, and it never gets a chance to speak, it never gets a chance to play, it never gets a chance to go out and explore and have that sort of open relationship with the world that we did, that we had when we were younger. And a lot of that's, trauma. A lot of that is being hurt, being betrayed, not having the adults in our lives protect us. Saying that it's fine now. You're the adult in your life that protects your kids now. And that's your physical children that you've had. That's your creative children. That's your inner child. Your kids are okay. The kids are just all right. Okay? The kids are okay. So you can relax. You can play. In fact, maybe involve your children in play, or maybe do an inner child meditation and see what does that kid want to do. It's still summer. Do you want to go? Do you want to go swimming? Do you want to be outside? Do you want to finger paint or use sidewalk chalk? I totally forgot about sidewalk chalk, but yeah, you want to use sidewalk chalk. Do you want to climb a tree? Whatever it is you want to do. It's safe. It's safe to do this. And ultimately, what we're moving toward is face your fears. And that's facing it in order to release it. Our body has its own consciousness. And yes, part of that's like muscle memory. But we hold our emotions. We hold our trauma. We hold those things in our body. If you hear meowing in the background, that is Teddy. He is fine. He doesn't sound fine, but he is a liar. So ignore that squalling that you hear. It says release the power of fear. So it's like how much have you denied yourself because you're afraid? You're afraid to let go. And I'm not saying that it's not justified. I'm not saying that, that's not to minimize anybody's experiences. And we are meant to move past these things as well. So facing it and saying, I'm afraid to go out and just wear that dress or wear whatever because I'm afraid someone's going to make a comment about my body. Or I'm afraid that I'll be uncomfortable, or I'm afraid. What's getting in your way? I don't want to write that poem because what if no one likes it? What if I can't get it published? I don't want to finger paint because someone might think I'm being silly. Let them. And I ask this question, it's like, what are they going to do? Judge you? Who are they? Who cares? And I know that sounds kind of flip about it, but no, seriously. It's like, how much is someone else's approval worth? Is it worth your happiness? Is it worth your peace of mind? Is it worth being worried and scared and insecure and upset all the time? Is it really worth that? And my answer to you is no, it's not. Go do you. And really, to be honest, most people are not paying attention. They're not. They don't have a clue. Not paying attention at all. So wear the dress. Wear the shirt. Finger paint. Write poetry. Sing. Dance. Whatever it is you're wanting to do. Okay? Face the fear. And see, I'm using that fear of other people and their judgments. But it could be fear of, it could be anything, right? It could be anything. Rejection. Other fears. There's other fears coming up. If you're afraid of being alone, or if you're afraid of the unknown. And these are very common human fears. Afraid of that not good enough, not feeling good enough, not being worthy. And we've had cards pulled up about your worthiness. Face that. Where's that rooted at? And pull it out by the roots. So maybe it's not necessarily fear. Being fearful makes us feel unsafe. So maybe these two things aren't directly connected. But when we start getting into our bodies, getting into our inner child, getting into play and knowing they're safe, and letting go of worry, that may incidentally drag up some of these fears. There may be that purview is like, don't do this. No dancing, no singing, no. What part of you is doing that? Yeah, what part of you is doing that? Pull it up by the roots and throw it away. You don't need it anymore. It may have felt safe before to have that, because quite frankly, fight or flight exists for a reason, but not to make you miserable on a daily basis. So go out, have fun, tap into your inner child, and whatever your body pulls up and really feeling like it's going to be in your body, or whatever your mind pulls up, or whatever disapproving voice wants to rear its head. I think now's the time to silence it and silence it for good. Okay. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them in the comments below. You may still hear Teddy. I hope you all don't, because he's just very Siamese squalling right now. Anyway, he's fine. He's fine. He just wants in the room and I won't let him. Questions, comments, concerns, again, please put in the comments below. Hope everyone's having a fantastic week. Hope that Leo new moon treated you well, and we will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.